How are you able to get accepted to Harvard Medical School, let alone medical school alone with such a low GPA, when that is such a critical deciding factor? How did I stand out? So that's a great question. So the short answer is, so I did some amount of graduate education. So I did a master's degree to boost my GPA. The second thing that I didn't go to Harvard for medical school. I went to Tufts for medical school. And then I did my psychiatry training at Harvard, at Mass General, McLean Hospital. And so the short answer of like how I wound up there is like one step at a time. So you have to do, and each of those things involved like a reality check or some degree of humility in terms of like thinking like, I actually don't belong at Harvard. Like I'm never going to wind up there. I had to accept that, right? Let alone get into medical school. And the more that I accepted, like I did a lot of things that were, humbling to say the least. I wouldn't quite say undignified, but I had to really let go of a lot of ego and like take one step at a time. It also took perseverance. I mean, I applied to 120 medical schools before I got into a single one. And that was the break that I needed. And then like understanding, having all that failure behind me, I really worked hard in medical school and really tried to excel. So I basically did an audition rotation at Harvard, which is like super competitive. You show up there with a bunch of other people who want to go there. And it's basically like a test. It's like a month-long test of what you're capable of. And I did really well. So thankfully I had set up, a lot of good stuff over the last 8 years in terms of being myself and like owning the person that I was and not being ashamed of the fact that I failed. So navigating all that stuff was difficult, but I did a good job at it and stayed focused. And that's how I wound up at Harvard. So I trained there for 4 years and that's where I'm faculty now.